Hey everybody, Lord Tremendous here. Got another battle report here for you. 2,500 point battle report number 224. Lord Tremendous of the Undead Legion, that's moi, versus Death, Holy Death, my Dark Elf nemesis. These are always good games, very entertaining. We laughed a lot throughout this game, so sit back, relax, and get ready to see how this one goes.
Assemble the army!
Here's my list, and before I would face off against Death Holy Death, I had to change my army. Normally I don't do these things. I don't like to change my army in between games like that, but the Black Coach had to go. And I wanted to toy around with some other things. I didn't take my Vampire Lord off of the Coven Throne yet, as you can see, because, well, I have my Vampire Lord, Lord Tremendous. He's still level 3 wizard with heavy armor shield, Coven Throne, Sword of Might, Dragon Helm, Talisman of Preservation, Other Trickster Shard, Aura of Dark Majesty, Red Fury, and the Lore of Shadow. And then, of course, I still have my Master Necromancer, sorry, Queen Elizabeth, who's a level 4 wizard with a scroll and the lore of vampires. And then I have a Tomb King, that's right, a Tomb King, Dark Vincent, with a shield, Sword of Anti-Heroes, Armor, Destiny, Dragonbane Gem, and the Iron Curse icon. My hero choices were my Necrotech Sinister Jeffrey, who was just carrying the Seed of Rebirth. My core choices are 5 Direwolves, 5 Skeleton Horsemen Archers with a banner times 2, 58 Skeleton Warriors, the Fateless with full command, hand weapon, shield, 13 Skeleton Archers, the Queen's Guard with full command. My special choices were 10 Black Knights, Tarnished Valor with full command, Barded Lances, and Banner of Swiftness, 1 Spirit Host, the Whispers of Pain, and 3 Vargeists. Just wanted to try them out with all the extra points I had from getting rid of the Black Coach. I was able to drop the Prince, add a King, just trying it out, got an idea, got a little something that was swirling around in my noodle. And the Vargeist, I had the models with me. Not my first choice, but I didn't want to take forever to make this list. And so I threw three Vargeist in there because I really like the models. I just wish that the unit was... I wish I was better with the unit, is how I'm going to put that. And then my rare choice is, of course, my Casket of Souls. Or the Altar of Tremendous. My opponent's list is as follows. He has his Dreadlord, Lydia Bleakflower, Dread Lady of Harganeth. She has Heavy Armor, Sea Dragon Cloak, Sword of Might, Enchanted Shield, Black Amulet, and the Other Trickster's Shard. Then he has a Supreme Sorceress, Lily Bleakflower, Supreme Sorceress of Harganeth. She's a level 4 wizard with a Dispel Scroll, Ring of Hotek, and the Lore of Beasts. And last but not least, he has a Supreme Sorceress, Tessa, Supreme Sorceress at Large, who's a level 4 wizard with a Sacrificial Dagger, which I absolutely love that item. I really, really do. It's just really fun to me. And the Lore of Life. His hero choice is a Master, Idyor, the House Carl of the Bleak Flowers, who's his BSB with Heavy Armor, Sea Dragon Cloak, Ogre Blade, and the Dragon Helm. His core choices are 20 Corsairs with extra hand weapons, full command, and a Banner of Eternal Flame, a unit of Dark Riders with Musician, and a unit of 23 Dark Shards with full command. His special choices are a unit of 22 Blackguard with full command and the Razor Standard, as well as a unit of 10 Shades with a unit champion. His rare choice, of course, is 2 units of 5 Warlocks. Here's his spell, or my spells anyway, with, well, what you're looking at. And here's death spells, which are what you're looking at. Here's deployment, and my plan here was, for the most part, I wanted my scouts and my Vargeist to deal with the Shades. I figured they would dump into that stupid little tower in the middle there, and once they did that, I figured I'd charge my Vargeist in there and hopefully do some damage to them. The scouts were just supposed to harass, maybe even deal with the Brolocks a little bit. That'd be kind of fun. The Spirit Hosts were my backup plan against the Shades because I didn't believe they had any magical attacks. The Casket was going to try to deal with the Brolocks or the Archers or one of the unit of Fast Cav, whatever was away from his General and his BSB. My knights and my general and my warriors in the middle there were going to do everything they could to deal with his basically the psychopath unit with all the blackguard and the characters in it, as well as the corsairs. Archers were just going to bunker up on the hill, shoot what they could, and magic what else. And the dogs were just to kind of distract the Brolocks on my left flank there. That was kind of the plan. Here's Death's right flank, which consists of a unit of Brolocks. And here's the center, which consists of a unit of Dark Riders, Corsairs, Blackguard with his Dreadlord, or Dreadlady, sorry. Both of his level 4 casters and his House Carl in there. So yeah, that unit's worth all the money. And then, no, I'm sorry, that's not true. Tessa isn't in that unit. She's in the unit right next to him, the Dark Shards, with Tessa installed. And here's his left flank, which consists of his Shards, which are just outside the tower, and another unit of Warlocks. Here's my right flank, which consists of my Vargeist, my Scouts, my Spirit Host, and my Casket. And here's my center, which consists of my Black Knights, my Coven Throne General, my Skeleton Warriors with Tomb King and Necrotech installed, and behind them are my Archers with level 4. And my left flank, which consists of another unit of Scouts and my dogs. Here's Stop at 1 after movement, and I let Death Holy Death go first, because after he outrolled me to go first, I figured it was the nicest thing I could do. For the most part, he shoots right down at me. Not super fast, but fast enough. He kind of does this weird thing with his Dark Riders that puts him right in front of the Blackguard. I thought that was interesting. I didn't fully understand why he did it, but I figured if I asked him, he wasn't going to tell me. His Dark Shards do dive into the tower, because why not? And other than that, I mean, it's really just simple movement forward. During his magic phase, he gets Flesh Stone off on his Black Knight, or his Blackguard, and I don't care because I have no intention of doing anything against them. And then his Dark Shards open fire on my Black Knights and are able to kill one. So nice shooting, elves. Then his Shards open fire on the Vargeist, and they're a little off their game because they were only able to do 1 wound, which I'm fine with. With nothing else to really report, we go over here to bottom of 1 after movement, and there's a little bit. My Vargeist do charge the Shades inside the tower just because I figured it was an easy charge, and I don't know why. I figured with -1 to hit because they were being charged, -1 for long range, and -1 for skirmishers, they wouldn't hit me that well, and I was wrong. They hit the crap out of me and killed the Vargeist, leaving a wound on another one. My Scout, but they did make it, so that's something. The Spirit Hosts go up towards the tower to back up the Vargeist play. The Scouts move up to take some shots at the Dark Riders, who are now fleeing because my Black Knights charged his Brolocks and they fled. Then my my Coven Throne charged his Dark Riders, who fled, and then I redirected my chariot into, my Skeleton Warriors charged his Dark Riders, who fled, and then I tried to redirect them into the, Corsairs, and I failed that charge. Not a surprise. My Coven Throne tried to charge his Corsairs with the idea that they would flee. And even if he didn't flee, so be it. Then I needed a 9 to hit him. I didn't think I would make it, and he stayed, which surprised me. And then I made the charge, which disappointed me. Terrible mistake. I shouldn't have declared a charge. Sitting on my shoulders is kind of my thing. And as you can see, I have switched over to the tremendous dice. The I beat, I lost, and the ones that are for sale. So they're actually rolling quite well. It's a little surprising. I'm not used to that, and I'm not adapting well. Made some serious mistakes there, though, and I blame myself. My Coven Throne General making it into the Corsairs was not the plan, but it is what it is, and now I have to deal with it. Other than that, the dogs move up just a little bit to try to get an angle on the Brolocks. The Scouts on the left flank move up just enough to shoot at the Brolocks, and that's honestly it. There's a better picture of my Black Knights scaring off the Brolocks and the Dark Riders running away from the Skeleton Warriors. And there's a better picture of my chariot making it into the Corsairs, because I really didn't think he was going to stay. I figured he was just going to flee everywhere. During the magic phase, since I couldn't kill the warlocks, I magicked them off the table, and I'm very pleased about that. And then we go into combat, and the Varguys get cut down before they can do anything. The Dark Shards had no problem doing 4 wounds to those idiots. Well, it's my fault for charging in, but I'm still going to call them idiots because I'm a jerk. Then over here in combat, not terrible, not great. I was able to do a handful of wounds to these guys. I win this combat, they can't do anything to me, but they're steadfast and don't go anywhere, which exactly is what should have happened. With nothing else going on, we go over here to top of 2, and of course, the Blackguard go right into the flank of the Coven Throne, just giving it up sweet. His Dark Riders rally, and of course with Fame Flight, they're good to go. His other unit of Warlocks go flying away, though. They did not rally. They almost ran off the table. They were like an inch or 2 away from the edge, so that's kind of funny. Other than that, though, everything else he has is deader in combat. During the magic phase, he gets Savage Beast of Horos off on his Dread Lady, so guess who's going to issue the challenge? And then his Dark Shards shoot at the Black Knights and kill another one. And you know what? It's the consistency that earns my respect. Over here, his Dark Shards fire away at my casket and put a wound on him because life is fair. And then we go into combat over here, and I get into a challenge with the Dread Lady, and she doesn't really do any damage to me. She does some, but not enough to kill anybody. But combat res just explodes everything, and that's completely my fault. It was a really stupid move on my part, and when I charged, even the guy one of the guys that is really good at the store, even he looked at me after it was all said and done. He goes, "Why did you charge there?" And it's like, I never meant for him to get in there. I figured that Holy Death would flee with the Corsairs, and even if he didn't, I needed a 9, and I was rolling really bad that day. I didn't take into account that I had switched out dice, so so yeah, even he was like, "Yeah, that was a really bad call," and even Death was like, "Don't charge things you don't actually want to hit." I was like, yeah, you're right, I screwed up, never should have done that, and exactly what should have happened, and this is what I deserve, so well done, Death, well done. So we go over here to bottom of 2, because there ain't no quit in me, and I charge my Black Knights into the Dark Shards, and I weather their stand and shoot reaction, losing another Black Knight, but again, I respect the consistency, but I make it, and that's what's really important. My Spirit Hosts start moving towards the Shards. My Scouts start getting ready to harass the Dark Shards. My Skeleton Warriors come down off the hill slightly towards the Blackguard. I just didn't care. And that was really about it. Oh, and my Casket turns to face the Dark Riders because they have to die. During the magic phase, nothing good happens, so we go into shooting, and I believe my Scouts kill 1 or 2 Shards. Not a lot, but hey, even killing 1 is another dead elf, and that's what's really important. Then over here, we go into combat, and I do quite well. The little Dark Rider bastard, or Dark Shard Riders, or Dark Shard guys, are able to kill 1 of my Black Knights, which hurts my feelings. However, I kill 5 of them, which isn't great, but you know what? Beggars can't be choosers. I got 5, and that's what's important. They are not steadfast, I don't believe, so they need, I don't even remember what it is in order to stick it out. And they fail, they break, and I run them down like wheat. And yes, running down wheat wouldn't be hard. It'd be quite spectacular, actually, on nights. So yeah, I was happy about that. So the Dark Shards are dead. Tessa is dead, so that's really, really cool. He still has another level 4, but at least elves are dead. Tessa, of course, is, you know, run down again. I don't know if she's dead, but, you know, she always has a way of coming back. And I feel good about that. You know, it's not like I killed his general on a Coven Throne because he's an idiot, but I'll take a level 4 and some archers as trade. You know, it's better than nothing. So with this minor celebration out of the way, we go over here to top of 3 after movement, and there's a little bit. His Blackguard slam into my Skeleton Warriors, and that'll be fun. His Corsairs move up to try to get something to eat. His Shards move over to try to take care, or my Shades, I'm sorry, move over to try to take out my Black Knights, and his Warlocks rally. Rallied on like a 3 too, so that was something else. Also, his Dark Riders charge into my casket, and that was expected. Other than that, everything else he has is deader in combat. There's a better picture of Dark Rider slamming into my casket, and that sucks. And there's a better picture of his Blackguard slamming into my Skeleton Warriors. Also, in my Magic phase, last turn I was able to curse Seers off on the Blackguard, but it didn't do anything. I didn't roll any 6s. So that really sucked. And there's a better picture of his Brolocks rallying, which also sucks. During the shooting phase, his Shades take careful aim at my Scouts and do exactly 5 wounds. I do exactly 0 saves, and they exactly die, which is about typical. Then we go into combat, and yeah, without any problems whatsoever, the Dark Shards are able to beat my guys into the ground, and the casket dies, which is sad, but not unexpected. However, the resulting explosion takes out 2 of the Dark Shards, forcing the panic check. They flee because, they panic, and that's something at least. I mean, I don't get any points for it, but I killed 2 elves with the explosion, and that's really cool. And then over here, yeah, my Necrotech gets killed immediately without hesitation, no problem whatsoever. I don't even bother bringing my King over because having these guys at weapon skill 6, even though these guys are going to get rerolls and everything like that, I just didn't feel like sacrificing my Tomb King right away. The unit gets pulped pretty good, but I think I take out like 5 or 6 Blackguards, so we're sharing points. I think I actually killed more points than he did, or it's even, or it's very close. So I'm happy about that. But yeah, in the end, I lost this combat, which is fine. And what you see is what you get. But I really wish that the Necrotech would have stayed around long enough for Hatred to be in effect. Because although I did roll pretty good by killing 5 or 6 Blackguard, I think I would have done a lot better with Hatred. That's what I choose to believe anyway. So with that all said, now we go over here to bottom of 3 after movement, and there's not a ton. His stuff is really kind of out of my way. My Black Knights swift reform on their own leadership and head towards the Corsairs. My remaining unit of Scouts go after the Corsairs. The dogs stand there just daring the Corsairs to charge them, and that's really it. I mean, I'm running out of stuff to do. Oh, that's right. And my Spirit Host did try to charge the Shades. As you can see right here, I failed that charge, which is okay, but it would have been really funny if I had done it. During the Magic phase, I'm able to gaze Nagash off on the 3 remaining Dark Riders and put them into the dirt, which is awesome. And then I'm able to Invocation the heck my Skeleton Warriors, bringing a bunch back. I think 6 or 7, which is useful. I need wounds back into this unit fast. We go into close combat, and I'm able to kill another 5 or 6 Blackguard, but he's able to kill a boatload of skeletons. And in the end, I have about 35 skeletons left and my Tomb King. So, not huge, but this grind, I really need to get something in here, and I just don't have anything to back these guys up yet. So, that's a little frustrating, but I'm loving the direction that this combat's going, because if I could just stay alive long enough, I can maybe grind down the unit and then, I don't know, maybe break the characters and run them down. Maybe, hopefully. What? So we go over here to top of 4 after movement, and the Corsairs turn around to face the Black Knights, which is smart. The Shades run over to shoot at the Black Knights, which is smart. The Brolocks run over to harass the Black Knights, which is smart. And that's it. Everything else is deader in combat. During the Magic phase, he gets Wisdom's Wild Form off on his unit over here, which can't blame him for being smart. And then we go straight into combat, and it's a hell of a fight. I only kill like 3 or 4 Blackguard this time because Wild Form really hurts. I lose about 14 or 15 skeletons in the end, but I'm still in the fight, and I'm happy about that. So, with that said, now we go over here to bottom of 4 after movement, and my Black Knights charge into the Corsairs and make it, which is really, really nice. And I think the Spirit Host try to charge the Shades again and fail, which sucks. And the Scouts move up to start shooting at the Shades because I don't like them being there anymore. Other than that, everything is exactly where you see it. There's a better picture of my Black Knight slamming on the Corsairs, and I'm excited about that. During the magic phase, I have to pump up the gaze and the gash, but I get it off and I kill all but 2 shades. They do make their panic check, but only 2 shades are left, which means elves are dying, and that's awesome. My scouts are able to kill 50% of the remaining shades, which is also awesome. That means 1 for people that are bad at math. I am too. It's not judgment. I understand. Math sucks. Then we go over here and I flub. My knights just... I think they forget to load their lances, and yeah, that was really, really bad. Not happy about this at all. Yeah, it was a terrible, terrible roll. Luckily for me, I was able to make all my armor saves, and the Corsairs don't really do all that great. But yeah, I mean, I kill some of them. I think I even win this combat, but it doesn't matter. I think I win by 1, if that, and he's able to make his save, or he's able to make his break check, and they stick it out. But man, did that suck. And then over here, all bets are off. Death, Holy Death's dice just go. Where's Afterburner? Because we're going ludicrous speed. And in the end, after all is said and done, I think I kill like 2 more Blackguard. He kills all the remaining skeleton warriors and puts 3 wounds on the Tomb King after combat res and everything like that. It was horrendous. For me. For him, it was actually spectacular, but his dice rolling was just out of the park. There ought to be a law, but that's where we stand. So we go here to top of 5 after movement, and he doesn't really need to do a whole lot. The Shade stays put, the Warlocks move up a little bit, and that's about it. During the match phase, he gets Pens and Penetrable Pelt off on Lydia, because guess who's going to issue the challenge? And then he gets Soulblight off on my Black Knights, and he gets Wisdom's Wild Form off on the Corsairs. I'm trying to stop his spells. I am. I'm just rolling 1 or 2 under what I need in order to stop it, which is a little frustrating and highly disappointing. But it is what it is. We go into combat, and... I'm sorry, we go into shooting, and his 1 remaining Shade is able to kill 1 of my... scouts, which sucks, but there's still 4 shots I get to fire at him, so hopefully I can return the favor. And then we go into combat over here, and the Black Knights get obliterated by the Corsairs. It's not even close. As you can see, I wasn't even able to do a wound against the Corsairs, so highly disappointing. My Tomb King ends up dying as well. I didn't get a picture of it. I must have forgot. But yeah, Lydia issues a challenge, and then just cores out the face of my Tomb King. The curse goes off. I roll a 1 and a 1. So, I mean, the curse is nice and all, but I never rely on it to do anything. So that unit's dead. My Tomb King's dead. It's all over but the crying, but I'm determined to kill as many elves as I can because the world is a better place as the fewer pointy ears there are in it. So we go over here to bottom of 5, and I don't even know what else to do. My archers move up so that my level 4 might live. My dogs stay put because they're not going anywhere. My spirit hosts finally make the charge into the Shades, and just for giggles, my skeleton archers, they move up to shoot at Brolocks. They're the only thing I can really cause any damage to. Maybe I can do enough damage to make them flee off the table eventually. There is, I think, 1 turn they could do it. I don't know. I know the Corsairs are going to charge me in the rear, but the Corsairs, I couldn't get away from them enough to not let them charge me, so I just moved them towards the Brolocks. I just don't even care. Other than that, things are the way you see it. There's been a picture of my spirit host slamming into the Shades, and I'm really, really hoping that I can kill him. During the magic phase, I'm able to get Curse of Years off on the Blackguard, and I think I do a wound to Lydia, and that's it. It was Irresistible Force, however, but it was a miscast 7, so that's kind of nice.
No! You must not read from the book!
Obviously, no wounds get done, but it does soak up the rest of my power dice, and so my magic phase is over. But I got Curse of Years off, and so I'm happy. Yay! We don't do anything shooting, so we go into combat, and the Spirit Host is able to finish off the shard. And so one more elf is dead, one more unit is down, and considering how this game started off, I'm not too upset with my performance. I'm not thrilled with it, don't get me wrong, I won't be getting a gold star for this one, but all in all, it's working out kind of nice, and so I'm not going to complain. This is fun. So we go here to top of 6 after movement, and Lydia obliges and brings her unit into my archers, so be it. The Brolocks run up because they want to kill my level 4 really, really bad, and the Corsairs go into the back of the Scouts because why pass up a free meal? There's a better picture of Lydia and the Blackguards going into my archers, and my archers got this. And there's a better picture of the Corsairs slamming into the Scouts, and yeah, they earned that. During the magic phase, Death forgets all about Curse of Years, and I think I'm able to kill 2 or 3 more of the Blackguard, and that's it. Everything else I failed to wound. And we go into combat, and the Corsairs just rip apart my Scouts. It's actually quite brutal. Then over here, yeah, I'm able to kill 1 Blackguard, I think, and put a couple of wounds through on something. I can't remember what exactly. But in the end, I end up losing this spectacularly, and it is what it is. So we go here to bottom of 6 after movement, and all that happens is my caster runs up on top of the hill so I can throw spells at the Blackguard. I thought about throwing my Spirit Host into the Corsairs, but with their save, I just charge to rank, and a banner alone is enough to win by 1. I just figured there was no real point. Yeah, it's a small possibility I could get a hold of him, but I just wasn't in the mood to take the chance. So I just left him there. Figured whatever. During the magic phase, I get Gaze and a Gash off and kill a few more, 2 or 3 more Blackguard, which was fun. However, it was Irresistible Force, and yeah, I miscast 10.
No! You must not read from the book!
Not the worst miscast in the world at this stage of the game, but not the best either. It kills my magic phase. I only had Invocation left, and it wasn't like that was going to help me. Because I lost 3 wizard levels, which is sad. So, with not able to do anything else, there it is. There's the end of the game. Didn't get tabled, and actually I killed a lot of elves considering how poorly I played. But actually, I'm not really complaining. It was a couple of bad choices, couple of bad rolls, you know, but for the most part, I really could have played my general a lot better. I don't blame him at all for this fail. That was just piss poor tactics on my part, and can't blame the little plastic pieces for that one, although I might try later. But for the most part, you know, not a terrible game, not a terrible outcome, all things considered. The elves are pretty beat up. And in the end, it was a lot of fun. It was a really good game. But, you know, we'll get to the recap in a minute, because right now, this game is over.
That's it, man. Game over, man. It's game over.
Hey guys, you know these tokens, you've seen them 100 times, and you know what? Every time you see them, if you haven't bought them yet, you're just wasting time. Get these tokens. All of the lords of whatever spell you're casting, all the wound counters. You see me use them in every single game, and you've never heard me since I've been using the counters going, I can't remember how many wounds I had, or what spell was on this guy, or whatever. And they're flawless. They're awesome. You're the envy of everyone you play against. Send Token Gal an email. Get these tokens. They're dirt cheap, but they're solid gold quality, guys. I'm telling you, you cannot go wrong. A lot of people have already ordered them, and nobody's returned any. Nobody's even asked to return any. All they do is they order more. Get yours. Get them soon. You're wasting time, and these are totally worth it. Tell her Tremendous sent you. Hey guys, guys, I got another great deal for you. Movement trays. We all use them. We all need them. If you're watching this report, you have some or you need some. And do I have the vendor for you? This guy makes solid metal movement trays. I mean, cuts them to your specifications using a galvanized metal. It's not that cheap, thin, weak aluminum. This stuff is sturdy. I'm using them. I used them all throughout this game. Take a look at the pictures. They're all in there. I love these trays. They're metal, so they auto-magnetize. Well, provided you put magnets on your guys. And he does them dirt cheap, guys. I'm telling you. He's got an eBay page. There's an email on here. Get a hold of this guy. Get yourself some movement trays and get yourself organized. You're going to be thrilled. You can paint them. You can do everything. These things are awesome. My local game store guy is literally in contact with this guy so that he can become a vendor. That's how high quality these things are. So I'm telling you guys, give this guy an email. Check out his eBay page. Get yourself some movement trays and stop playing like a Neanderthal. Tell him Tremendous sent you. You won't regret it. Yeah, that's right. I don't know if you were paying attention or not, but we got a few new pictures. So not only does Unleashed Wargaming paint amazing models for commission and stuff like that, send him an email. He does excellent work, as you've seen from the pictures. Not only does he do all the different Magic lore cards for Warhammer Fantasy, I mean every lore. You want Storms of Magic? Send him an email. You want Lore of Fire? Send him an email. You want every lore that's ever been out in 8th edition? Send him an email. These things are solid. They're laminated. They're on cardstock. They're Photoshop made. They're amazing. And they're good. They're well priced, guys. I'm telling you. And now he's also doing 40K cards. The psychic stuff or whatever. I don't play 40K, but if you do, there's nothing wrong with that. But there is something wrong with it if you don't get these cards and if you don't have your models painted by them. Just throwing it out there. Just, you may, if you feel guilty, that's because you know you're wrong. But send this guy an email, get your models looking good, get the cards that you need, get your real game going, and tell him Tremendous sent you. You're not going to regret it. So, yes, ladies and gentlemen, it was definitely a defeat for Lord Tremendous. We didn't even bother totaling up the points. We knew. I ended up losing my General, my Tomb King, my Necrotech, my Hounds, 2 units of Scouts, my Warriors, my Archers, my Vargas, my Knights, and my Cascade. Or I had Queen Elizabeth and my Spirit Host left. However you want to see it. Death Holy Death lost Tessa, 1 unit of Warlocks, his Dark Riders, his Dark Shards, and his Shades. So it's not like he walked out of this one unscathed. And I almost got his Blackguard. That was almost really cool. Really, my terrible, terrible mistake with my General. That was just stupid. Like I said, the idea was he was going to flee with the Corsairs, or I wouldn't make that charge. And, that was the hope. Unfortunately, not only did he not flee, I made the charge. I really wish I hadn't made that charge. But I should have taken into consideration that I had new dice rolling and that I would roll average to well, and I rolled well. And so, you know what? I made a stupid mistake. I had to pay for it, and exactly what should have happened happened. So I don't blame my General at all for this one. This one was 100% on me. The Vargas got slaughtered. That was stupid too. Charging them into the pin cushions that are shades, or pins that go into cushions that are shades. That was really stupid on my part. I misjudged because of his initial volley only doing 1 wound. I was like, oh, okay, with the skirmish rule and everything at -3, he really sucks. No, I'm an idiot. That was stupid. And the Vargas got cut down in close combat like they were nothing. So that's what I deserve too. I mostly blame myself. I should have just walked the stupid shade over there and then charged them next turn. But I didn't, and that's my fault. I really liked having the Tomb King back in the Warriors. His kit and everything like that was really nice. Might have to keep that in future lists. I haven't decided yet. Still in love with the Coven Throne. Sorry, Mitarum. I know what you're saying, and I know you got the thing up there, but I really like the Coven Throne still. It's really, really good when I play, not stupid with it. And like I said, in this game, it's not its fault that I made a really stupid call this game. But going and using the tremendous dice are much better. Very, very good. They rolled average to above average for the most part, which was far, far better than what the little dice are doing. Let's see how long that lasts. But it's kind of nice. And plus, I like using them. They're cool. I'm biased, but I still like them. All in all, my Skeleton Warriors didn't do bad against the Blender Elf unit. I mean, they had what, 4s rerollable or something like that, and that's just elves. There's nothing I can do about their always strikes first. But for the most part, they didn't do terrible against the Blackguard. They actually really put a solid dent into the unit, and I'm not going to complain about their performance. I was quite pleased that they were able to stand up against such an elite unit and do well. I am toying with changing it, or maybe putting like a little level 2 or level 3 Laura Nehekara in there for like the +1 attack, or the killing blow, or even the 5-up ward save. Just stuff like that. I haven't decided yet, or how I would do that, because currently with my current setup, it's not doable. But we'll see. We'll see. I haven't decided yet. But overall, I'm much happier with this list. I did not play it great, but I still had a lot of fun. We laughed a lot during this game, because every time I'd kill an elf, I'd be like, that's all I'm here for. That's all I'm here. I'm undead. I'm already dead. You have a pulse, and I'm going to take it from you. So go ahead, kill them all. Kill them all. We get you. But yeah, it was a lot of fun, and the new list made the game very enjoyable. But I do change it again in the next battle report, and a lot of you guys are really, really gonna like the future changes, I think. And if not, well, your money back is in the mail. But this was, of course, a fantastic game against a fantastic opponent, and I'm really looking forward to the next match. So I have zero complaints about this whole thing. And that's going to do it for this battle report, guys. Number 224 is officially in the books. As always, if you have any questions, comments, concerns, or complaints, feel free to put them in the comment section below, and I'll get back to you as quick as I can. But yeah, guys, thanks.